What's up, guys? Jack Jones here. Here is the first episode of what should be mini Motivation Monday videos. Today we're going to be talking about how to build unstoppable momentum. So if you're out of the loop, I recently completed a through hike of the Appalachian Trail. The Appalachian Trail is a 2,189 mile trail that follows the Appalachian Mountains all the way from Georgia to Maine. And since I've been back, the first month back, I kind of gave myself carte blanche to do whatever I wanted to do. So that means I ate a bunch of pizza, I ate a bunch of ice cream, I started to stay up really late. I think the first day back I played Hearthstone for like 12 hours straight. Still playing a lot of Hearthstone, but I just let myself do whatever I wanted to do because I figured I had earned it. I let myself skip workouts because, well, my feet hurt and I was tired, and I thought I had earned it. And then, so I let that was, I got back November 28th, so all of December was basically me being a teenager, like living the fantasy life of a teenager, of playing video games all day and eating pizza and eating ice cream and doing nothing productive at all. But in January, I decided I wanted to start doing things again. I wasn't so happy just sitting around doing nothing, but I found it really, really, really difficult to do anything, to break out of that mold. So what I realized is I was violating some fundamental laws of nature. So in nature, there's this idea of entropy that basically everything will tend to break down and tend towards disorder. And so you see this, anything that dies will decay and break down. Mountains are eroded over time. Eventually our universe is going to be nothing but dust again as our sun explodes. And life is kind of the opposite of entropy. Life brings about order from chaos. Life builds things up, but if you just let it go, the natural course of things is to break down. And so really what happened when after my hike was I allowed myself to go into entropy. Since I wasn't actively building myself up, by definition, then I must have been breaking down. And that's really what happened. My life really kind of devolved down into this thing where I was like 13 again. I was depressed. I didn't have any hope. I was just playing video games all day. I was addicted to it. I wanted to do other things, but I couldn't get the energy or the motivation to even get started. Okay, so now we're getting to momentum. So momentum is another law of nature. We see it in action and we recognize it when we're talking about moving objects and whatnot, but I think it absolutely applies to our lives just as much as it applies to an object that's in motion, because what you find is that once you start doing something regularly, it becomes easier over time, right? So when I started hiking, it was pretty hard to get up every day, pack everything up. It took forever to pack things up, and then to get into the mood or the groove of walking, and you'd only do 6 or 8 miles a day. But then when you do that day after day after day after day, you build up that momentum, you build up the habits, and it becomes pretty normal for someone to walk 20 to 25 miles a day because you built up momentum. And I think that's something that I've been violating in my own life. Is I've been just kind of working out whenever I wanted to. I was kind of working and doing productive things only when I felt good, and so I wasn't building any momentum. I would have a workout on Monday and then maybe not work out until Friday again because, well, I didn't feel like working out the other days of the week. And maybe I felt like doing something, working on a video on Tuesday, but Wednesday I didn't feel like it, so I didn't do it. But what that was doing was completely killing any momentum I was building. And so every day I was having to start fresh, start from ground zero. And so today I rode my bike over to the office, and it's a really good analogy because when you first start pedaling, it's pretty tough, right? It's hard, but then once you build up the momentum of the bike, each pedal stroke gets easier and you go faster, and it becomes a lot less effort to maintain a fast speed. And so that's really how life works, I think. So we really can see that law of momentum working in our own lives, because the hardest part about any habit or project or work or whatever it is getting started. And once you get started, you can build that momentum up, and then you can keep rolling. Like the analogy of the bike, it gets much easier to keep that going every day. So you really need to keep the momentum going. So that's what I was doing wrong. I was able to get started, but then I would immediately let that momentum die. and then it'd be another few days until I got disgusted with myself and said, all right, I need to make a change, I need to get something going again. And then I would put all that effort and willpower and energy into getting started again, and then let it immediately drop the next day. And of course, you know, I don't have the energy, nobody has the energy to, or the willpower to start something new every single day. You can't just keep starting new things. So now that I recognize that I was violating the law of momentum, what I'm doing to fix that is, one, I'm focusing on exercise. So what I've found is that if I exercise first thing in the morning, then the rest of my day just goes so much more smooth. And also meditate. So what I've been doing is I will exercise for 45 minutes to an hour, and then I will meditate for about 21 minutes, and then that makes my day start off really, really well. So the way I'm changing up my workout routine is, instead of doing a Monday, Wednesday, Friday split, I'm going to do a push-pull, upper body, lower body, 4 times a week split. So my week is actually going to start on Saturday, so I'm going to do my push on Saturday, pull Sunday, then Monday is an off day, which I'll use for body weight stuff and just running around like out on the trail. So that's why I'm out here today. I rode my bike to the office, and I did some handstand work and some plank work, and then Wednesdays and Thursdays we'll be back in the gym for another push-pull day. And so that's going to help keep my momentum going on the weekends, because that was another thing I found. Maybe I'd be good for a couple of days in the week, but then the weekend comes, and then again I stay up too late, I play too many video games, I'm not getting any exercise because I don't have a gym day scheduled, and then you know, the weekend just completely kills my momentum, and then come Monday I feel like crap, and I have to just restart everything all over again, and it feels so hard. And so this weekend I went to the gym Saturday and Sunday, and then Monday actually felt easier than Saturday and Sunday, because Monday I don't have to go to the gym. And so this is a really good way to lead off into the week, rather than previously I would have stayed up till like 3 in the morning playing Hearthstone and on the weekend and done nothing, and then Monday I would have been just super tired, and I wouldn't have wanted to go to the gym because I hadn't exercised it all weekend, and I would have felt crappy, and it would have been much harder to get started. So that's one thing I'm doing, rearrange my exercise, and also I'm making sure I exercise every day. You know, I don't go to the gym every day now, but I'm going to make sure that I do some form of activity to start off my day. So like today, like I said, I did some body weight stuff at home, and then I rode my bike. And then tomorrow, Tuesday and Wednesday is going to be gym, and then Thursday I'm probably going to go for a long run, and then Friday maybe go for a nice long hike in the woods. But making sure I'm doing something so that there are no off days from exercise, and that's another key component to building that momentum. And I think from that simple effect of having really no off days, that's going to keep me moving and keep me going. And then once I get this really solid morning routine back in, already I'm seeing my energy levels are picking up, I'm playing less video games, I'm doing more productive things like making this video, and it's just getting easier by the day. So that should be the takeaway from this video, is figure out some ways for you to build momentum in your own life. I think it helps a lot to set challenges. So like for myself, I said for the next 30 days I'm going to exercise every single day no matter what, and see what happens. And so far I've done well. I exercised every day since last Monday, and the way I feel today versus the way I felt last week is night and day. So even just one single week has made tremendous amount of change in my own life. Like, I don't feel nearly as depressed as I did just last week. So take this idea of momentum, see where you can apply it in your own life if you're violating it. I would imagine most of us are violating the law of momentum mostly on the weekend. So you might have a really good routine through the week, but then it gets shattered through the weekend. So if you could change what happens on those 2 days on the weekend, you could probably dramatically change just your overall quality of life. So hope this video is helpful for you. Let me know if you like this idea of Motivation Monday. If you want to see more videos like this, just let me know down in the comments. And I also want to encourage you to go out and get out in nature. I wasn't feeling too good last week, so I got out and I hiked in the woods, and that's where I had this epiphany of, hey, I'm violating the law of momentum, and that's why I am not getting anywhere in my life, even though I feel like I'm trying really hard, but it feels like nothing's happening. It's because I was violating that law. So nature helps a lot. It just helps us to process things and to figure out what's going on deep down inside. And I think I've rambled on for long enough, so thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate everyone that has stuck through all these years and me posting on and off. And yeah, it helps me to see your comments. That helps motivate me. So leave a comment if you would, and have an awesome day, guys.